Israel launched airstrikes in Gaza on Wednesday in response to incendiary balloons from the Palestinian territory. This flare-up is a first test for Israel's new government after a tentative ceasefire stopped 11 days of cross-border fighting last month. The Israeli military said its aircraft attacked armed Hamas compounds in Gaza in response to their balloons, which the fire brigade reported caused 20 blazes in open fields and communities near the border. A Hamas spokesman, confirming the Israeli attacks, said Palestinians would continue to pursue their, quote, brave resistance and defend their rights and sacred sites in Jerusalem. Only hours before the strikes, there was an Israeli nationalist march in East Jerusalem that drew threats from Hamas, the ruling militant group in Gaza. Israel, which annexed East Jerusalem after a 1967 war, regards all of Jerusalem as its capital. However, Palestinians want East Jerusalem to be the capital of a future state that would include Gaza and the West Bank.
In the afternoon, a white car with two people inside got into the base while the two people passed them as officials. And then after a while, there was an explosion coming from the same car. And a few minutes after that, when people were gathering to see what happened, there was a second and stronger explosion that you can see in all the videos that flooded the social network.
Another wave of indiscriminate bombings in rebel-held Idlib. And yet again, it is Syria's most vulnerable who are in the crosshairs. But it is not just the Russian-supplied missiles and bombs that threaten the well-being of so many who are already displaced. Aid agencies warn of a looming humanitarian catastrophe if Russia blocks a UN Security Council resolution that reauthorizes life-saving supplies into Syria. But that food may stop coming on July 10th.
New footage from inside the Wuhan Institute of Virology has revealed that live bats were being kept in cages in the lab. This new footage invalidates denials from the World Health Organization and its investigators, who claimed that the suggestion was a conspiracy. The video was discovered by the independent group of researchers identified as Drastic, investigating the origin of the pandemic. The video in question was made by the Chinese Academy of Sciences to mark the launch of the new biosafety laboratory in May of 2017.
One-time strongman of Japan, ex-Premier Tojo heads the 27 Jap war criminals indicted before a Tokyo version of the Nuremberg trial. Prominent with his conspicuous praying is Shumei Okawa, the man who touched off Japan's Manchuria invasion on Tojo's orders in 1951. Now it has Okawa in tears.
The tribunal finds Tojo guilty under count 54.
And sentences to death by hanging the man who suicidally led Japan to stab America in the back.
More than 1,000 fortune seekers have flocked to a village in South Africa's KwaZulu-Natal province to dig for what they believe to be diamonds after a discovery of unidentified stones in the area. The diamond rush started on Saturday after a local herder made a find in an open field.
Jubilation at the discovery of gems in the village of Kwahlati in KwaZulu-Natal province. But are they diamonds or quartz crystals? That's yet to be determined. South Africa's Mines Department is sending a team of geological and mining experts to the site to analyse the stones. And the provincial government has tried to stop the digging, saying it's illegal mining activity.
And that breaking news out of Placer County tonight, where a person is dead after a plane crashes shortly after it took off from the Truckee Tahoe Airport this morning. Investigators say there were 2 people on board when it went down.
That plane had a parachute and it was used.
There were 2 people on board that plane. One person did die. The other was airlifted to Renown Medical in Reno with injuries. Now, according to Truckee Tahoe Airport District, their plane was cleared for departure around 10:45 a.m. Just minutes later, and only a mile and a half away from the airport, the plane went down.